And as my life was forming, and because they'd stayed in your place, so and there was no reference of cartoons of my characters, um and I was trying to say, for fuck's sake, at least put some facade up. um you know the simple fact is that um you boast that you paid for mum's holiday once in 20 fucking years, and that was so that she would babysit Nana, because you wouldn't do it. In the family, Nana only cared about you. She didn't care about us. If she could have you in a room and her looking at you, that's all she wanted. You know, divide that holiday over 20 years. You've given her what, a hundred quid a year. Me, nothing. Me, you made into this person that just didn't exist, but it suited your negativity, your complaining. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Didn't exist. These are signs of narcissists. You've got to get your shit together. You really have. You really, really have. So, yeah, the one I met them all, nasty fuckers. But they weren't as tall as you, so I wasn't that scared. I mean, I was, but you know, find peace in your later years. Find some form of happiness. You said to me, "Oh, mum, I'm leaving mum a house and all that." What? What? Why wait? Why wait? Because I think that same house you've been saying it to everyone. Oh, I could be leaving the house to you if you put up with my tantrums. You didn't have to live life like that. What have you still got those big couches? Because one of them threw it in my face and said that he'd come to stay with you and that he saw the couches, and he actually went and bought the couches. And the reason with the Sark thing, I went into old patterns. I didn't want you to be upset with Deborah. It was Deborah that said to me that she'd gone on holiday in Sark and showed me photos. It was little blue flowers of material, and she said that it was of all the homes, that was the best home that you had. What? Deborah lied her fucking ass off the whole time. I knew she lied. There were a few things that she said I later read in a magazine and thought, oh, she didn't read that and then, say it verbatim. And because I don't do things like that. And it never occurred to me that anyone would do that. Oh, it was Deborah. She even said that she went down to the local, she went into detail. That's why I went there. I went there because I was extremely sick. I have allergies towards petrol, but you know this because of the Jensen. So I was living by a motorway, and I was extremely sick. I didn't know you could be that sick. And so I went there thinking that there was a house, that I could stay there rent free. I didn't get any money from everything, and the people that I met, tight ass. And everybody naturally assumed I'd got money from inheritance. I didn't get anything from either of them. I wouldn't have wanted it anyway. They didn't say who they were. I met them through different avenues. And you there was a scene in Vinecourt Road where it appeared Mum looked different, and you in turn, what you didn't realise it was a trick, and you in turn looked different. Mum didn't report you, but you reported her, and that left me open as a child. Well, I was taken to a family to stay with, and that's where it all started. That's where I met him. And then his father died, and that's where it all started. We were never the enemy. Mum only loved you. So you treated her really badly when she said that when she left you weren't, she wasn't poisoning you, Uncle Michael. She cooked you a stew because she probably trying to get some kindness into you. And your workmen made jokes that it was poisoned, and your brain went whoosh. Don't you think if you were poisoned that it'd be some police investigation? I got groomed into the security world. Police are on like that. And that's why whoever was making out that was you, what a fool. I know about your connections. Doesn't mean anything to me. All right? And there was you saying to Mom, oh, don't you ask about that? You don't think Mum did work? You knew how many places got shut down in Australia because of Mum. You have held yourself up in such high regard, you don't see anybody else or their accomplishments. But yeah, it was me. It was me that got him to be arrested. Fuck. Didn't think anything of it at the time. I only met him a couple of times. All of them very distant, fucked in the head. Um, that was through the Australia side. One of your connections actually sent over M because of Weinstein. Um, he's great, and his wife. It's all good. So yeah, and I'm human, Uncle Michael. You should have seen through the tricks. Granddad actually tried to save Nana from the Mason world. And after you, he loved me. But unfortunately, Granddad had a side to him. Uh, so, uh, the Smith family, so their creativity, I don't know how I'm going to put this. Uh, so I know creative people, and they're always in search of scripts, and the Smith family, unfortunately, got shafted because they did something extremely bad. So they got shafted. So suffice to say, you're a warlock in something that had nothing to do with me, and it was a credible actor. So that's oh, if I could explain more, but if you read my page, it explains a lot. So yeah, there you go.